Welcome everybody. Wednesday, August 19th. Today we are going to look at why, pattern-wise, based on the trends, Tesla is a buy. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor and I don't want to know your financial situation. We are looking at the trends. So Tesla is a buy. And stay towards the end of the video because we are also going to take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum to see if they are a buy also today. So let's start with Tesla. So we closed at 351.12, up 14 bucks and 25 cents. That's up 4.23%. So this is a significant move up that we had today. Post market, we are at 350.96 dollars down. So let's take a look at the trends that are in play for Tesla stock. Those trends show the supply and demand. And this is very important. This is a real-time survey of, well, between the buyers and sellers. This is a full-time, real-time survey. So Tesla price has been coming down. This is news to nobody. Started the top. Well, a local top was December 22nd of last year. This was a local top. And since then, Tesla's been trending up. Occasionally, it's going up, like right now. And most of the time, it's going down. And it's going down longer, deeper than it's going up. But right now, and if you see, if you take a look at this bearish channel, this is how we call this. A bearish channel versus a bullish channel is going up, bearish channel is going down. So this is a bearish channel, this is going down. And each time we reach the support, what tends to happen is that we bounce up. So this is exactly what we are having here. Sometimes it bounces up and does not go too far. But, you know, here in those two instances, we had a significant move up to where? Up to this line right here. Went up to the line, up to the line, up to the line, up to the line. So these are the types of patterns that we are looking at. So right now, when Tesla started to hit this support line, this was around July 29th. So around the time that Tesla was hitting this line, this told us that, well, there's a possibility that we are going back up. And at the same time, Tesla was also bouncing on another line, 295. Nobody wanted to sell a Tesla stock lower than 295. So buyers had to chase in order to get some. They had to chase the price higher. So the move up that we had from July 29th, which we looked at, this was not news to us. When we saw this, we did not conclude that this was momentum. Sometimes a stock will just bounce back a while after a significant drop. It will just bounce back and then continue down. So this was a definite possibility that this was going to happen. Well, this is just a dead cat bounce, as we call it. So even a dead cat will bounce if you throw it down. It's not alive. It's bouncing, but it's not alive. So we really need to be careful in the stock market to make sure that something is not only bouncing because of its own weight. We want something that's alive. This is how, and we have a few tools that help us do that. So we have a few indicators that are helping us do that. So since, well, up until yesterday, this move up, we had identified it. It's still possible to make money on something that goes up. But we should not consider buying and holding for a long time because we are into a bearish trend and we could just be bouncing up on its own weight. Tesla stock could be bouncing up on its own weight. So this was how we played this. This is how we played this starting a couple of days after July 29th up to now. Now something different is happening today. So something different today is happening. Will it continue? Chances are this is going to continue, but there's no guarantee. You know, don't tell me that, well, you said it was going to continue and it does not. Well, yeah, this is life. So something happened today. What happened today is that two things. We got a green dot on our reversal indicator. So this is an indicator that indicates that the move up that we had recently is going to last a while. There's really momentum behind it. There are a new influx of buyers and not just short sellers taking profit and covering their shorts. So there's a new influx of sellers. So you know we had those green dots happen, and pretty much each time they happen, there is a move up. It within a bearish channel, it's not the best to catch them, so that's a caveat here. But in a bullish channel, when we have those green dots, things move significantly. We have those here. Things move significantly. So now this is the caveat. We are still into a downward trend. So we need to take that into consideration. So we should be thinking, okay, this is a swing. This is a swing. This is not like Tesla is back. No, Tesla is not back. This is just a swing, a temporary swing. But who are we to deny a swing like we had April of this year, and Tesla went from $342 up to 450. So yeah, it was a swing. It did not last for years. It was just a swing, but what a good swing. And what a good swing here too. So this is what we are faced with right now. This is the start of a new swing that has some life in it because we are getting momentum. Stochastic over 60, for those that are watching this channel for a while, you know I harp on that indicator. So stochastic over 60 means that the move up that we just had is not just a random move. It's not just random move like the dice. It's statistically significant. So there are statistically a significant number of Tesla shares that buyers want to buy, enough so that the sellers have to retreat, and they get a bit more greedy because they don't need to sell a Tesla stock at $295 anymore, because people will gladly pay. Buyers will now gladly pay over $350. So this is what happened today. This is what happened today, and we just saw it happen at 4 p.m. We did not know it was going to happen, but we don't need to know when. If we always carry our tool each and every day and we see the right opportunity, we can use the tool, which is money. And the tool to identify the right opportunity I just named, the reversal indicator and stochastic over 60. So both of these happened today. Both of these indicators fired, and on top of it, as if that was not enough, we have a smaller bearish channel that we have been into since May of this year. And we had a hard time for the past couple of days. If you take a look at the price here, these past couple of days, you see the price is moving up. The price is moving up. We tried during the day and failed. The price stepped back down. We tried to get back into that bearish channel. This is the support of the bearish channel. We tried also 2 days ago, and then we failed. And today, boom, we are back into it. So this is another indication that this is another clue that is telling us, well, something is happening right here. Buyers need to chase the sellers in order to get some shares. So when we see this type of imbalance, a significant imbalance that is not just random noise, we can decide, this is, you know, we are all adults here, I hope. So you can decide, I can decide with my own personal financial situation, I can decide to bet on that imbalance in the market and bet that this is going to continue. So my job here is to tell you there's an imbalance in the market right here. Buyers need to chase. Buyers are chasing the sellers. Boom. So I am here. I tell you the information. You do what you want with it. So I'm glad to tell you that this is happening. If we take a look at the 1 hour chart, so on the 1 hour chart, you know, we had such momentum. We identified the momentum earlier here. And you see it here. This is the bullish channel. This is the current bullish channel that we are in. Tesla's going higher and higher. Last week, we kind of went outside. So this was not good news. Trend-wise, things were not really happening. But boom, we are back into play. We are back into play as of, well, Wednesday today. We are back into play right here. Boom, boom. So these are the first 2 hours of the day. Then the price stopped at 349.37 right here. It stopped for a couple of days, a couple of hours. And then another influx of buyers came in. Boom. So we are back into this bullish channel. So we should be expecting Tesla stock to rise at this rate. This is the rate of ascent. If the trend continues, you know, this is not like putting money in the bank. But putting money in the bank, you cannot make 4% in a day. So, you know, you pick your poison. You want to put your money in the bank, or you want to risk some of it. You don't need to put everything in there. You risk some of it here for a greater gain. That's it. That's it. You can put you can buy 1 share at 351. Yes, this is expensive. Or you can go on TSLL, which is a which is kind of which is an ETF that tracks Tesla price, and 1 share of that is $9. So if you can spare $9, I'm not telling you you must, but if you can spare $9, you put $9 in there, and this one grows at twice the return that Tesla is going at. So Tesla made 4% today. This one does twice Tesla, so it's 8%. And I won't go in all the tricks that they do to do that, but it involves options and everything, and you don't have to understand anything. They are managing that for you. They are managing that. And there's a question right here. This is a live, so yeah, you can ask questions. Volume is not that high. Yes, it does. It matters. So if volume was higher, we would be even more convinced. But so volume is not that high. So maybe this is going to wither in a few days, wither in a few hours. There's always risk in the stock market. But at the same time, as I mentioned, this move looks like it's significant. It's statistically significant that it's not random anymore. It's not like throwing the dice or flipping a coin and it falls 50% on, I don't know how you say it in English, but on face. Well, if it's 50%, this is just statistical. But if your coin falls on the face like 90% of the time, then you are going to start to wonder, or even 60% of the time, you are going to start to wonder, well, is that a real coin? Is it, is it tricked? Is it a trick coin? Blah, blah, blah. So this is what a stochastic does. It's like, this is statistically significant. The move is not just a move up now. Yes, would I wish that volume would be higher? Yes. If I could check that box, I would check it. And if I could make it so that there's a big news about Tesla that came out today saying that the new Roadster would be coming out or something fantastic, would I check that box? Yes, I would check that box. So this is all the caveat, nothing's for sure, and we are still into a downtrend. So short term, we are into a downtrend. Longer term, yes, I know I have a lot of lines, but I understand them, then this is what counts. We are bullish. Long term, we are bullish right here. So short term bearish, long term bullish. And we got at the bottom of this, you know, this is the bullish trend right here. And when I spoke about July 29th, we were in this support area right here. The support area, this is where we were, and we bounced on it. So yeah, we are all grown-ups, so you do what you want with this information. Let's take a look at the rest of the stocks that we are looking at. We are looking at SpaceX too, so let's do SpaceX. So SpaceX, we do the same trend analysis, statistical trend analysis. That's it. And SpaceX, we go on the 1 hour chart because we still don't have enough, well, a lot of candles in order to make great decisions. So SpaceX, by the way, we knew that in July 24th, the stock could not go higher than 119.65 right here. Just prior to the earnings, boom, buyers suddenly wanted more shares that sellers were willing to sell at 119.65 right here. So buyers had to chase. That's an interesting information. They did not have to chase before, and now they have to chase. This is another imbalance in the market. We saw it. We saw it as it happens. We don't need to know in advance when it is going to happen. We don't need to know that. You know, if I carry an umbrella with me, I don't need to predict when it is going to rain. I have it with me. It rains, I open it. It does not rain, I close it. So we have our money, and we are just watching. And if we see an imbalance, oh, there's an imbalance. Is there a good volume? Is there news in the market? Blah, blah, blah. Is this into a downward trend? No, in this case. So these are all clues that help us mitigate the risk. So we have our money, and we are watching, eating popcorn. And if we see an imbalance, we can decide, okay, I'm going to join in or not. That's it. And in this case, you know, this is the stock market. This is not a bank. This is not an ATM that draws out cash. This is and this is not a golden goose. This is the stock market. So when we saw the imbalance here, some of us took it, and then boom, the next day at the earnings, it just cratered. So depending on your risk aversion, you can sell here and say, well, okay, I tried it. We saw an imbalance. It didn't work. Then the same imbalance, what was it, 2-3 days later, boom, the same imbalance happened. So twice in a row. When things like this fail the first time and not too long after, there's another imbalance, sometimes the second one or the third one is a charm. So yes, we sometimes lose money. Newsflash. Buy here, sell here, I lost this. Okay, fair enough. Now, buy here, oh, it went up to here twice. So, you know, lose this, make this. If you sell at the right time, of course. If you hold it all the time, then if you buy and hold, then it's hard to judge if you made the right decision, you know? Yeah, you can see, well, that you bought it at a certain price 15 years ago, and now 15 years later, it's at this price and it's higher. Great, you can say, great, but it's higher now. It can do this, it can do that, it can do this and that. So, you know, at some point we need to sell. At some point we need to sell. If you are an investor, okay, yeah, you can sit on it for 20 years, fine. So you have paper profit, technical profit on your bank account. If you can borrow against that, that's great, but you cannot use that cash. So at some point we need to, you know, we need to sell. Long term, we are all dead. So at some point we need to sell to use that money. This is the goal. Money is we need to do something with it. So yeah, so what happened August 7th? August 7th, boom, we saw another imbalance. We saw another imbalance, boom, boom, boom. And this one is doing well. This one is doing really well now. So we have our, well, really well. Let me qualify this. So this is the current bullish trend that we are in. Well, that we were in. So SpaceX, after this big move, continued and followed this channel until it stopped following it. So here was the first sign that, well, if we wanted to take profit, that was a great opportunity, because the stock was no longer following the channel it was in. So this is a rule. When we discover a channel, this is super useful information, because a channel means that the stock is going to zigzag into it until it does not. When it does not, that's a great opportunity to take some profit off the table, because it's no longer going higher at that pace. It started to go sideways because it's outside of this. So when it starts to go sideways, that's an indication that the bullishness has tapered a little bit, that there's a new balance between the buyers and sellers. And this new balance is right here. They don't agree at one specific price. They hover between a few prices. And this is where we are right now. So SpaceX can move from 136 at the bottom, 76, to 149.65, and it means nothing. It means nothing. This is just, the market is no longer unbalanced. The market is balanced now. So some people buy a higher, some people sell a bit lower, and they buy lower, they buy higher, they sell higher, they sell lower. You catch my drift? This is just the regular price volatility, but this one means nothing. It means nothing because we are just going sideways. So trend-wise, there's no trend, or the trend is the yes, exactly. Buy the rumor, sell before the news. Well, yeah. So right now there's no news at all. What is the rumor for Tesla stock? I don't know, but the stock is going higher. So right now, coming back to SpaceX, so SpaceX is at a standstill right now. If we start resuming and starting to go above 149.65, and these numbers are important. I'm not talking about 150, I'm talking about 149.65. And here at the bottom, I'm talking about 136.76. The market is really precise, really precise. So this is my job. My job is to do the lines that a stock is following. I do those lines. You use those lines with some of the principles I'm teaching you now. You use these lines and you make money on them. Fair? And this video right here is free. I do 1 or 2 a week free. The others, so I do 5 a week. The others are for my YouTube members. So people that are willing to spend $8 a month to get 5 videos instead of just 1 or 2. So you can join me to get 5 videos like this. So yeah, so right now SpaceX is at a standstill. We are at 140. We closed at what? We closed at 139.65, and the IPO was at 135. It really opened on the public market at 150. So we are basically even, Steven, to where we could buy some Tesla shares at the opening. So we are just a bit lower, but we are pretty much right there. If we start breaking that 149.65, then this is going to show us another imbalance. And when there's an imbalance, it usually lasts. So when we see an imbalance, we can join and take the ride. So that's for SpaceX and Tesla. Let's now take a look at gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So gold, I'm looking at the chart for Sprott Physical Gold. So gold doing great recently. again, the gold price was at an equilibrium. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Then boom, it broke it. It broke it. And what has been happening ever since? Well, it's been continuing. Until when will it continue? Because we need to take money off the table at some point. Well, we are going to have a test very soon, because this is the bearish channel that gold is in. This is the bearish channel. And let me just, okay. So this is the bearish channel that gold is in, and this is where the sellers are dumping. They are dumping at this ever-changing price. Here they have dumped at 41.97. Here they have dumped at 41, at 40 and 90 cents. So they are dumping at lower prices. So this is not good news for gold. You know, sellers are willing to sell at a lower price. So this is not great for gold. This is not great for gold, and this has been happening since February of this year. So are you going to buy something that is going to worth less in the future? Well, you should not really buy it. So, you know, within a downward trend, unless you want to take a swing. Unless you want to take a swing. But don't hold it long term, because the sellers are dumping it at a lower price. So this is the conundrum that we are seeing here. So at the same time, the buyers short term are pushing it up. Are they going to push it up enough? Are they going to want some gold more than the number of buyers, than the number of sellers that are willing to sell? Sellers are here, the buyers are here. This is going to be a nice little tug of war to watch. And if we see the price of gold break this wall of sellers, this is going to tell us something also. This is going to tell us something that, again, an imbalance in the market. So gold, you know, if you did not catch that little swing, hold on, because we need to see what's happening here. Let's take a look at silver. Silver, wow, look at this. I'm going to explain what I just saw. So this is a downward trend. So silver and gold are very similar in their trends. Silver, this is the trend, this is the trend. Look at how, and this is so beautiful to watch. To me, this is like watching a nice painting. I just love it. You see it here? Try to break this line. This is the line that we are watching. Trying to break it, failed. Trying to break it, failed. This is the market. Sellers, there are more sellers than buyers. Boom. Until today. Until today. Boom. Oh. So we seem to have exhausted the sellers here. So we had enough sellers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Now more buyers are coming in. Where are the sellers? The sellers are nowhere to be found at that price anymore. So they are not dumping at this price anymore. Sellers are retreating. This is where the buyers are going. So we have an imbalance right here. Will it continue? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But this is an imbalance. This is great information. Most of the time it works. Most of the time it works. Let's now take a look at Bitcoin. Well, is that an imbalance or what? Is that an imbalance? Well, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. First, we had our green indicator 2 days ago on Monday. We had it, we saw it, we saw, okay, the move we had on Monday was statistically significant. It was statistically significant. It's showing something. Something's happening. It's showing something. So we knew we could have decided to get in or not. That's your decision, but we knew right here. And I made a video on Monday showing exactly this. to my members at $8 a month. I showed them that, okay, something is happening right here. Did they take it? That's their job. I don't mind. And look at what happened. So this is what happened on Monday, and look at where it stopped on Monday. 64,820 right here. 64,820. It's not 64. It's not 64,800. It's not 64,850. 64,820. 64,820. The stock market is precise. I'm not making this up. So we stopped there on Monday. We stopped there yesterday. And look at how we were stopping at that price. Up until July 29th, we could not go higher. And let's talk about today a little bit later. We had a few exceptions. You know, the stock market is not always precise. It's not always perfect. So I'm going to continue making yellow dots on 64,820. 64,820. You see, we were stopping pretty damn close to that number for a long time. We had a few exceptions here. 2 days up, 2 days down. 1 day up, 1 day down. Okay, we can explain this because we were into a downtrend. Bitcoin has been going down since October of last year. Almost a year. Almost a year that we have been watching every single, I cannot swear on this, but every single freaking candle, one per day. Are we patient or what? Yes, we are patient like monks. We are patient like monks. I have over, 2,500 videos on YouTube, one per day, looking at one more. This is kind of discouraging me. Looking at one candle per day, it's like watching grass grow. Watching grass grow. It does not take much time, but it's still sitting down, popping up the computer, making a video, watching grass grow. But anyway, I digress. So this was the bearish channel. So that exception right here, this is how we can explain it. So it all makes sense, you know. All those lines are frontiers where the tug of war between the buyers and sellers is happening. Am I deleting those lines or what? I made so many dots. Okay, yeah. So so we had a few exceptions. We had a few exceptions, but you know, no one can deny that 64,820 is important. No one can deny that. And now today, guess what? Boom! We have an imbalance right there. We had our green dot 2 days ago, and this is the confirmation of the imbalance. So, you know, some of us took the trade 2 days ago. Are we happy that we are in it right now? Yes, we are so happy. Chasing something is not as safe as being into it before it goes. So, but yeah, something is happening right here. We can expect, if something goes up fast, we can expect it to cool down fast too. It's always possible. So there's a little bit more risk today because Bitcoin went so high. We are at 69,000, from 64 to 69, boom, in 1 day. So this is a little bit fast. So put a little bit less money into it than if we just broke it right here. If we just broke it right here, that would be safer to get in than getting it here. Then you might need to suffer a pullback to 64 before something else happens. So if you can suffer that, fine. So put in what you can suffer. This is not a financial advice. This is not financial advice. You do what you want. I'm the trend-aware investor. Trend aware. So this is a trend and I'm aware of those trends. And when those trends change, I am aware of it and I'm telling you. And I don't care. I don't care that, you know, Tesla is building the Optimus line and they won't make money until next year, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that. And the market does not care about that. The market does not care about that. Let me just go on a tangent right here. The market does not care about that. If you just look at the fundamentals, you are missing a big piece of the puzzle. This is the COVID era. COVID era, Tesla stock post-split. So Tesla stock was at 62 bucks, went down to 23 bucks. Look at this, a third. The whole world was closing down. The economy was shutting down. Tesla was not going to sell as many cars because their factories would be shut down. Yet, what did happen? We had an imbalance in the market right here. We had an imbalance right here in the market. When everything in the world was shutting down and every sane person would have said, well, does not make sense to buy some stock in a manufacturing company when all the world is getting laid off because of COVID and everything. Yet, we don't know everything. We learned after the fact that this is where the governments started printing money. So people just bought some shares. That's it. We had an imbalance right here. An imbalance April 13, 2020. We had an imbalance. Boom. What an imbalance. So Tesla stock went from 20 bucks, I said, 20 bucks up to 400 bucks. So that's a 20x. So this, I told you this because, yeah, looking at the fundamentals is nice. You know, oh, the company is making money and this is great. Yeah, this is fine. The stock could still be tanking. So yes, we need to find great companies, but we also need to find and look at the trends. Are buyers interested in that company? And they might not. They might not. They might not be. So voila. So Bitcoin, boom, we have the move right here. So you heard it here first. We had some prior moves up, move up, move up, move up, while everything was going down. That's fine. Now, what's different today is that we are having a move up outside of this downward trend. So that is new. It's happening today. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. So remember me. Remember me. Remember me. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Last but not least, Ethereum. Ethereum, where is it? Ethereum, boom. Well, same thing is happening. We are up 17%. Look at this. 17%. We were trending down a bit, you know, sideways, and not even sideways. We started to trend down. We started to trend down. Guess what? Look at the green dot. We got a green dot Monday too. Boom. Uh-oh. Something is happening. Yesterday, nothing happened. Well. Then, boom. So those that took the green dot and looked at, you know, this decreasing resistance. Yesterday, we broke it a little bit. It was not the biggest break. It was not the biggest clue. The green dot was a clue. The stochastic over 60 was a clue. The volume was not a clue Monday or Tuesday. Volume was the same. But today, the volume is not the same. So we have an imbalance right here, a big one. So Ethereum went from 1900 or so to 2200. So something special happened today. You heard it here first. If you want to know about these things 5 days a week, you need to follow me. We also have a Discord server where we interact every single day, spotting other companies that are doing well. You know, we have other companies that we are following. Are they breaking up? Are they breaking up? Some do, some don't. So you can join. So look at my membership. There are lots of things that might be of interest to you. Lots of value you can get. And it's value for a value. I am giving you something, and if you like it enough, you give me something back. Could be as little as $8 a month. $8 a month. That's a coffee. That's a coffee for information. I'm sorry, I am going to sell. This is a coffee for something that can make you more than that $8 you pay every month. So to me, that's a no-brainer. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow only with those that are on the 5 video a week membership. But regardless, I'm going to tell you à la prochaine si Dieu le veut.